Productions and Flourish.net, and we're sitting here with Electra, and we're going to take a look into her life, her career, and her relationship with her mom.
Well, my name is Electra, and it is my real name, so for anybody who has questions out there, it's my real name.
Okay.
I am Greek, therefore that's where Electra comes from.
That makes sense.
Yes. And I moved out here to LA to basically pursue music and pursue the American dream and just making it in the music business here in LA.
Awesome.
I got my bachelor's degree in music. I studied opera.
Wow.
Yes,
That's
and
awesome.
now I'm the lead singer of my original rock pop band named Electra.
Electra.
I've been involved in music for a very long time, and I've been taking piano since I was 6. I basically, in Greece, I did a lot of performances. I was involved with the the children's choir of National Television Network, and we did lots of performances with that. Also involved a lot of solo performances too. So, and then I joined a performance art high school that it was like half of our day was dedicated to general studies, and the second half of the day was basically doing music.
Wow.
And I did that for 6 years, and then when I graduated, I just ended up coming back to LA because I was originally born here, but I grew up in Greece.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, so I've been kind of back and forth a little bit.
Awesome.
So yes.
Get a little bit of a mixture from both worlds.
I never pursued anything else. Actually, from the time that I knew how to hold a spoon, well, I'm sure every singer has the same story, but anyways, we all just, made that our microphone, and we always sang. So I always knew that's what I wanted to do, and I grew up in a musical family. My dad is a bass player, so I've always been involved in music, and I've experienced how the field of music from a very close relationship, and it's always been there, and I never saw myself doing anything else. And in fact, the only thing I could ever say that I saw myself doing was teaching, and now that's what I do. Also, I teach vocals and piano. So the two things I ever thought myself as of, I'm doing it.
That's
right
awesome. And have you continued with opera, even though you're still doing more of the rock?
I did a lot of opera performances while I was in college, and I do continue to do opera, but not in that way.
Not professionally.
I try to incorporate it with my rock music.
Right.
So now in the process of writing, I try to somehow be able to incorporate hints of opera, and whoever comes and sees my live shows, they'll actually get to experience a little bit of that.
Yes.
And then I do a lot of studio work. They hire me to sing, and a lot of movie soundtracks want that kind of voice.
Wow.
So I'm very fortunate to be able to do both because I can.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I can provide. I don't think I could ever complain about how much support they've shown me. Like I said earlier, my dad, he's a musician, and music for him was never a burden. It was something that fulfilled him as a person, made him happy. It was his dream come true from a little kid. And in fact, when we talk about support, my dad was one of those kids that never had the support from his dad, at least. His mom, my grandmother, whose name is also Electra, is a piano teacher, and she was a pianist. So he had her support, but he didn't have his dad's support. So having said that, himself, I don't think he would ever do that to his kids, knowing that how unhappy that made him as a kid. But like I said, music was a very joyful experience for him, and till this day that's what he does. So me following that path, it only makes him proud and happy to be able to share the same love that we both have for music. And my mom is just a huge fan, and we'll talk about her more. And everybody has been very supportive, and they see the determination and the passion that I have for what I do. So how could you say no?
Right. Right.
You can't.
Now, is your mom also a singer or a musician?
My mom is not a singer, not a musician. She is, her heart is full of music.
Oh, that's awesome.
She loves music, and she is our biggest fans. She's a musician in heart, like I just said.
Yeah.
But
Also a cheerleader.
Yes, exactly. She has never missed a show. Actually, I'm lying because this year, what was it? Oh, December 1st.
Oh.
This a few weeks ago. December 1st was the first show she has ever missed of me performing.
Oh, wow.
Ever. And she had to work, unfortunately.
Oh.
Yes. But she's awesome.
I'm not a rich kid. I ran my own.
My mom, first of all, when I decided to move to LA for college and everything, and to continue my music studies, at the current time we were still living in Greece, and we had a house, and our whole family's there, and my dad had a job, my mom had a job, everything was there, and here I am. Bye. I want to go. I want to go and continue my music studies in LA. My mom followed me. My mom was not going to let me come by myself. She's too attached, and she just didn't want to be apart from.
Were you
from
younger,
her.
or were you?
Well, I had just finished college.
Oh,
high school. Excuse me.
High
So I was 18.
Okay.
Yeah. So, but no, she just basically wanted to come to be moral support, and also she didn't want to miss out on anything that I did.
Right.
That it means so much to me, because I mean, obviously her coming here led my dad to come here, even though, again, it wasn't something they really wanted to do. They never discouraged me from doing it. They never tried to persuade me not to come here, even though I did have some of that happening from the rest of the family that was trying to tell me, Electra, why would you want to go to LA? You know, your dad has a career here, you have connections here, you have network, you know, do what you want to do here in Greece. And I just didn't want to. I wanted to come here in LA. So my parents never, ever did they try to convince me the other way, but they just followed, and till this day I'm so grateful and appreciative of that huge move that they made, and leaving the rest of the family, and but I'm so thankful for that, so thankful to have them here. My dad, in fact, plays in my band, so he's my bass player. And my mom, the other thing, the way she inspired me with my dream is that she taught me to believe in myself. And that's huge, because it's very easy to get distracted and to start feeling like, I don't know what I'm doing. This is, you know, when things are not exactly going your way, when you go to audition after audition and they don't select you, or you know, there's success, but there's a lot of failures, and it's just, she has taught me to not look at it as each answer that's a no, it's not a failure, it's just another door will open, and it's just an experience. So there's been many times in my life that I've kind of lost trust and belief in myself, and then I have my mom, who just, you know, is there to remind me of my passion, and to remind me of all the good things.
That's so important.
Exactly. And that has always kept me motivated and determined to continue what I do and make her happy.
Yeah.
Give me sympathy. I can hold my own. I'm just living down the road till I can find me.
You know, like I said earlier, I teach. So I've had many students that I've spoken to about their future and about what they would like to do. And I teach music, so a lot of these kids that have a love for music, you would only imagine that their answer would be, I want to follow music. But a lot of them, they say, well, I'd like to do music, but I can't. And I'm always, well, why? Why not? Well, my parents don't want me to do that. My parents want me to have a second plan. Right. But, you know, they don't want me to pursue something that's not so secure. so risky, which is true, it is. But what's not risky in this life? And for me, it's always, you have to allow your kids to dream, and you have to let them do what they want to do, because you never, as a parent, you know, remind yourself of when you were a kid and you wanted to do things and your parents wouldn't let you do them.
Right.
Always allow them to follow their dreams, because in the long run, when they grow up and they're not happy with what they're doing, they're always going to blame you.
Number one.
They're always going to blame you, and there's always going to be this resentment.
Right.
And you don't want that. You don't want that relationship with your parents. And plus, if you know, I'm sure that every parent wants their children to succeed in what they do. And success comes with passion. If you're passionate about what you do, you'll succeed.
Right.
If you're not passionate, you won't succeed. Whether you're a doctor or a lawyer or whatever it is, if you don't love what you're doing, there's going to be no success.
Right.
You're just going to end up doing something else completely relative, and you're going to be hiding your guitar and start doing open mics.
Right.
Because it's taking out that, oh yeah, my parents didn't let me follow it when I was a kid, so here I am now.
Right. Exactly.
So let me be.
In Greece, I think that I've shown, you know, we're such a small country, and I've shown them that if you want to try to make it in a bigger place, you know, with lots more competition, it is possible, and you have to work hard, but it's possible to make a name for yourself and make a difference, and try to get your music out there. So I think I've given, and plus the fact that, you know, a lot of my girlfriends in Greece, they admire the fact that I had that strength to actually just say goodbye to everything I had in Greece and come here for this dream.
Right.
So till this day, they always, you know, tell me, I don't know how you did it. And honestly, I don't know. When I think back, I'm like, wow, really? Like, how did I do that? But it's because of the love. It's because I just wanted so badly to be here and do music and study music in the college that I wanted to be in. And here, with everything that I do, with all the shows, with all my songs, I think that I've really made a difference to some people's lives with my lyrics and my music. I get messages all the time of how some of my songs relate to their lives and how much it, you know, inspires them, and so that just means the world to me. Yes.
That's awesome.
We don't have any other scheduled gigs because we have been extremely busy playing and having fun, and we have had no time to get in the studio.
Oh.
So we're going to be heading into the studio. We're working with a producer right now, and we're trying to get all the new material recorded and be able to have it out available for everybody. And then we'll start gigging and hopefully get on a small little tour around the U.S.
Yay, that's so exciting. And where can we find all of your stuff?
All of my stuff. You can go on electrarocks.com, and then Facebook, YouTube. YouTube is ECB Music. Facebook is Electra Baracos Music. But if you go to my website, all the links are there. So.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much for taking the time to talk with me. And I wish you all the best in 2013.
Thank you. Same to you.
I can't wait to hear all of the new material.
Excellent. Thank you very much for having me.
So let me be. I want to my own drum beat. I'm never gonna change. Let it be. I am who I am. So let me be. I'm not an overnight sensation or a charity case. I'm not a rich kid. I ran my own race. Don't give me sympathy. I can hold my